A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, come to you live and direct from the Newsfirst Centre here in Colombo. I'm Florine Rajendran. Let's now take a look at your headlines. President proposes for a dialogue on whether death penalty should be imposed on those who sell and distribute drugs. 3 suspects arrested over the incident of carrying a firearm to an event attended by President released on bail. Mother and 11-year-old son killed when a 3-wheeler collides onto a parked lorry in Dadigama. The Ranbhoomi rally carrying the message of peace and coexistence is en route to Ambalankuda. 5 infants die at a government hospital in North India. On to those stories in detail now. Minister of Public Order and Christian Affairs John Amaratunga requests the public to reveal any information regarding drugs. The minister made this statement upon arriving at the Kalaniya Rajamahaviharaya. The minister arrived at the Kalaniya Rajamahaviharaya to inform the incumbent of the Viharaya, the Most Venerable Kollupitiya Mainda Sangrachita Thero, on the program that is to be introduced for the students in the Kalaniya educational zone. The minister engaged in a cordial discussion with the incumbent of the Viharaya. Subsequently, the minister engaged in religious observances, expressed his views to the media.
We discussed how to save the younger generation in a backdrop of a country where the drug menace is being widely spread across. The only concern we have is to find a solution to this. So therefore, we urge the public to provide us with any information pertaining to this.
The army commando is said to have attended a meeting of President Maithripala Sirisena in Angunukona Palace, recently armed with a firearm, and 2 police officers arrested for negligence of duty have been released on bail today. They were released on bail after being produced before the Angunukona Palace Magistrates Court this morning. The magistrate ordered their release on 2 personal bonds of 200,000 rupees each and sureties of 25,000 rupees each. The 2 police officers arrested and remanded were serving in the ranks of ASP and Sergeant. Today is day 25 of the Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity. The rally, which is carrying the message of coexistence and harmony, will make its stop for the day at Ambalankuda. The Ranbhoomi rally arrived at Veeravilam, marking its 76th town of the journey. The Ranbhoomi rally, passing on the message of coexistence and harmony for the future generations from town to town and from village to village, commenced its journey from Veeravilla today. A grand event was organized to welcome the Ranbhoomi rally at the Veeravilla town. The people of Veeravilla too joined in the Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity, which gathers all people of communities, religions and castes to join in the development of the country, showing their enthusiasm for a future with prolonged peace in the country. They added the name of Veeravilla to the Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity. The Ranbhoomi rally left to Hambantota amidst the wishes of true Sri Lankans. Organised by the MTV MBC networks, Newsfirst, the Colombo Port City and the National Youth Services Council, the Ranbhoomi rally arrived at Hambantota, marking its 77th town of the journey. We are now joined by Newsfirst Siddharth Kotian for the latest of the Ranbhoomi rally. He is joining us from Hambantota. Good afternoon, Siddharth.
A very good afternoon. It's a nice sunny day here in Hambantota, and as you can see around me, I have the young, the old, the beautiful. Everybody is here to support this Ranbhoomi rally for national unity. I loved the fact that there are so many children involved in this program. It's so good to get the youth involved in this concept of national unity because it sets a brilliant example for the rest of us to follow. Hambantota's turnout has been phenomenal. As you can see behind me, there are crowds of people with their flags and everything. And off to my left, you will see there religious dignitaries of all denominations, of all faiths, allowing people to pray together. This is so unique about this Ranbhoomi rally, is that we stand together and pray together, and we understand that essentially we are all pretty much the same, and we all aspire to a higher power. And it's also a beautiful, beautiful city. And I'm Sid Kotian for the Newsfirst team.
Brick by brick, our hearts become one, become a key stakeholder in national unity, a golden opportunity for schoolgoers. Join in the designing of the Unity Monument. Submit your design on an A4 sheet of paper before the 5th of June. Send in your submissions to Ranbhoomi Rally, MTV Channel Private Limited, 45/3, Braybrook Place, Colombo 2.
On to another one of our headline-making stories. A mother and her son have been killed when the three-wheeler they were travelling in collided onto a lorry parked near the Nelumdeni area in Dadigama along the Colombo-Kandy main road. The police stated that the 47-year-old mother and her 11-year-old son were killed in the accident that took place at around 11:30 last night. The police added that 5 people have been on the three-wheeler at the time of the incident and that 3 of them who sustained injuries have been hospitalized. The police headquarters states that a special security plan is in place around the sacred city of Anuradhapura in view of the Pusan festival.
Meanwhile, the Department of Railways states that steps have been taken to provide free train travel for 3 days between Anuradhapura and Mihintale during the Pusan season. The department says that 70 special trains will operate between Anuradhapura and Mihintale. It adds that a valid ticket to Anuradhapura obtained from any railway station can be used to enjoy this free train service during the Pusan season. The Railways Department further added that a special entrance ticket can be obtained from the railway stations in Mihintale and Anuradhapura, which will enable passengers to travel free of charge between Anuradhapura and Mihintale. Meanwhile, 12 schools in Anuradhapura will be closed from today until the 5th of this month in view of the Pusan festival. Education Director of the North Central Province, Nirmala Ekanayaka, stated that these schools will be utilized by the officials who have been deployed on special security duty in Anuradhapura. 9 schools in Anuradhapura, 2 schools in Galenbidunavaval Education Zone and 1 school in Thantirimale have been closed.
Moving to one of our local headline-making stories, President Maithripala Sirisena proposed this morning for a dialogue on whether death penalty should be imposed on those who sell and distribute drugs. The President made this statement at an event held in line with the World No Tobacco Day.
An event was held today in line with the World No Tobacco Day at the BMICH in Colombo under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena. I believe that more serious steps should be taken as the government because the economically driven society values money, rupees and cents more than people's lives. Their requirement is wealth and to secure their own economy. There are some who don't have enough money to eat the 3 main meals, nor do they have enough to buy clothes. But there seems to be no decrease in the money they spend on alcohol and cigarettes. I looked into different punishments given by other countries in connection to this, even during the past week. I do not know what the Reverend Clergy's view is. I am going to create a dialogue within the country, a dialogue on whether death penalty should be imposed on those who import, sell and distribute illegal drugs. There will be several arguments raised against this. There will be concerns raised by foreign human rights activists, and also some within our country will raise concerns saying that killing of people is not the solution to the problem. But I would state that this law has been enforced in several countries in the world. So I on this day through media call for a dialogue amongst the public. Taking into consideration the opinion of the people, we can make a decision with regard to this in the future. As Buddhists, we are made to be a part of sinful acts as well. When we are ruling in the similar way, we do meritorious deeds. I appreciate the leadership role of the current Minister of Health, Rajitha Senaratne. From what I have heard, the award I received in 2013 from the WHO for the anti-tobacco program will be awarded to Rajitha Senaratne this time. This is something that we should be happy about.
දුම්කල විරෝධී වැඩසටහන් සඳහා මේ වර්ෂයේ රාජ සේනාරත්න අමාත්‍යතුමාට ලැබිලායි කියලා මට දැනගන්න තිබෙනවා. ඒ ඉතාමත්ම සතුටට කාරණයක්.
Well, that's a wrap of Lunchtime News here at News First. You could keep abreast of these stories and much more by simply logging into our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the News First team, I'm Florine Rajendran. Have a wonderful day ahead of you.